Hi! In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I did this pink cut crease with little heart cutouts, along with white freckles and just a nice matte blurred lip. This look is perfect for Valentine's Day. I've actually been doing a similar look to this for every Valentine's Day for the past 3 years, I'd say. I don't know, it's just kind of one of my favorite things. I love how complex the eye looks without actually being that difficult. Yeah, I just love pink. If you couldn't tell by the everything around me, pink is my favorite color. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I've just started here with my base on, like my foundation and my concealer and a little bit of contour, just because I find that kind of boring and that's not really important to the entire look. Anyways, so now I'm going to go in with blush. I really want like a hot pink blush, and this is the most hot pink one I have. This is the Sailor Moon and Colourpop blush in the shade From the Moon. It's just a really bright bubblegum pink. And so I'm going to take that on my blush brush, just really loading it up, and I'm going to just put it right on the apple of my cheeks and bring it up. I really want this to be like a really blushy look, so I do kind of bring it all under my eye and up the sides of my nose and across my nose and just right across the bridge of my nose and down the sides, so it's just like this strip of hot pink blush. And then once I have all my blush across my face like this, I find this blush isn't dark enough for what I want. So I'm going to go in with this Makeup Revolution Blusher Reloaded in the shade Pop My Cherry, which is like a hot red pink. And I'm just going to take like the smallest amount of that because this is so pigmented, and just kind of go over like my contour areas to just get it a little more deeper, and then just blend it across my face. Like, I really want to look like I've been sunburned, but like when you're swimming and you have your goggles on, so just right around your eyes doesn't get sunburned, but everything else does. That's kind of the look. There we go. I think that's enough blush. Now I'm just going to put on a little bit of setting spray. And while that's still wet, I'm going to go in with my highlighter. I wanted something a little icier for this look, so I'm going to go in with the Ofra Cosmetics and Nikkietutorials collab highlighter in the shade Glazed Donut, which is just like a frosty white, and just get on my cheekbones, a little on my forehead. This highlighter is really pretty and it mixes with the blush a little bit, so you get kind of like a pinky frosty highlighter, which I really like, and everything just starts to look really, really glowy. Okay, I've zoomed in a bit because I'm going to do the brows, and I really want to do like big fluffy soap brows for this look. So I have my bar of Pears soap, and I have a little bit of water, just a spray bottle full of water here. And I'm just going to just spray just a little bit on there, and then I'll take my spoolie and just get in there. Get lots of it, and then I kind of twist my spoolie as I'm brushing it through my eyebrows. I feel like that helps get a lot of the product on there. And then once it's kind of like half dry, I'll take just my finger and just really press the hairs up and into my skin, just so they look really fluffy and so that they're really kind of stuck into place. There, you can see how kind of fluffy and large that makes my eyebrows. Okay, and so even after that, there's still obviously like some bald spots. So I'm just going to take like a little bit of eyebrow pomade on my little brush and just pinch it so that it's nice and thin, and try not to rip it off the handle this time. And I'm just going to fill in just very lightly, just following the natural direction of the hair. And so it just creates like this very natural fluffy looking eyebrow, and you can tell the difference between this one that's filled in and this one that isn't, how like sketchy this one looks. And it just looks a little more full, but it still has definitely that fluffy texture. Okay, now it's like the fun part, where we're gonna do like the little heart cutouts. And the way I do that is, first I start with a pad of sticky notes, and on the little sticky part, like this part that sticks, I take my pencil and I draw 2 little hearts. So I just do 2 little hearts like that, and then I peel the sticky note off, and I take a little pair of scissors and I cut them out and I'll stick them on. I already have eye primer on, so I like using the sticky note stuff because I find it doesn't stick a lot, and so it's not as rough on your eyes, like on your eye skin. So I just take my tiny little heart and I just stick it like above my crease, kind of off to the side here, so that when my eyes open you can still see it. Okay, so now I have both of my little heart stickers on, and it's time to start going in with eyeshadow. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes with pink eyeshadows in them, and so I wasn't really sure what I wanted to use, but I feel like the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette is kind of the best for this. Like, there's a good mix of pinks in here. So first I'll start off with a big fluffy brush and I'll go in with like a hot pink. I'm going to use the shade Doll Face. And I start by just stamping the eyeshadow over this little heart here. These sticky notes do come off really easily, so it's best to kind of get your eyeshadow on around it as early as possible. Also, just really stamp it and don't swipe over it too much because that will cause it to fall off. But you just kind of blend it in the crease. Okay, once I've got this hot pink on, I'm going to go in with a smaller, flatter, fluffy brush and use a deeper sort of maroon pink. This is the shade Maneater. And I'm going to go down the outer corner of my eye and just through and above my natural crease. Okay, that's kind of all the mattes that I want to do. So now I'm going to peel off my little stickers. And there, it's a little heart cutout. How precious. Look at this one. How cute. And now, like always, I'm going to go in and cut my crease. We're just going to do a half cut crease today. I love how I say we, like anyone else is going to do this. It's just me. Okay, so we'll take a little bit of eyeshadow primer on my little brush. Just go a little bit above my natural crease. And then just, yeah, I'd say about 2/3 of the way across my eye. And then we'll just stop there and then kind of fill in a little bit. Okay, so now that I have my creases cut, and I think they're pretty even, I'm going to pack a shimmer over that cut area. I'm going to go in with the shade Pink Diamond from this palette, which is like really pretty and really glittery. And I'm just patting it on and patting it a little bit over the edge to kind of blend it with those matte shades that are already on there. And so there, that's the shimmer on there. I'm gonna go in with a flat brush and just smudge the shades I used up top on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the same brush that I used to put in that deeper shade Maneater, and I'm just gonna blend a little bit with the shimmer and just these outer edges a little bit. Like blend my, my lower lash line up to my upper lash line a little bit. Okay, next I'm just gonna take some liquid liner and just throw on a wing. Okay, now that my eyeliner's on, I'm gonna go in with a little mascara. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. This is my first time using it, so I hope it's good. I like the wand a lot. It's okay. I prefer something a little clumpier, to be honest. This is quite thin, but I think I'm gonna put lashes on anyways, so it's not a big deal. Okay, for eyelashes, I'm going to do little individual eyelashes. And by individuals, I mean I have these kiss lashes in the style bouffant that I've just chopped up. Oh my god. That I've just chopped up into like little baby individual lashes. I have really small eyes, so I find sometimes a full strip lash can be a little overwhelming. But I like using these like just tiny little bitty individual lashes because they give more of like a separated fluffy look. Anyway, so I just take my glue and squeeze it right onto like this plastic here, and then I just dip the eyelash in and then stick it right on. So I've dipped the little lash in just a little bit of glue, and I'm just gonna wave it around a bit. Since there's not as much glue on these and they're so light, you don't need to wait as long for the glue to get tacky. We just kind of, and then stick it on. And it doesn't look like much until you get a whole bunch of them on there, but it'll come together, I promise. Next one. I like to do one on one eye and then one on the other and go back and forth just so I can make sure that I'm keeping them really symmetrical. Okay, so there are the eyelashes on. I put about 4 little individual bundles on each eye, And I don't know, I love the way individual lashes look. I mean, it's that really piecey kind of doll-like eyelash, and they're way easier to put on than a strip lash. You don't have to wait as long, there's less kind of fiddling to get like the edges stuck down and stuff. Anyways, I just realized this look looks kind of plain. I feel like the face looks pretty plain compared to the eyes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do little white freckles, and I'm gonna do some of them in little heart shapes. And to do that, I'm going to use my Suva Beauty Hydra liner. I have the shade Space Panda, which is just the white one. And I'm going to take, once again, my bottle of water, and I'm going to unscrew it and just take the little drop that's on here and just drop it in. And then I'm going to take a little angled eyeliner brush and just mix up my eyeliner here. And then I'm just going to start dotting the little freckles on. I'm going to make sure I vary them in size a bit. So I don't want to say so they'll look like real freckles, because they're never going to look like real freckles because they're white, but just to give more of a freckled appearance, because if you just do little dots, it'll just look like you have little dots on your face, whereas with the varied sizes, they will look a little more like you meant to put them on. And I'm going to do a couple that are little hearts. And I'm just keeping these on the highest points of my face, like up on the tops of my cheeks. Don't really want to get a whole lot down here, more so cheeks across the nose and a little bit just up on the temples. Okay, so that's how the little freckles look, and I think they're so cute, and they really go with the eyes. So I'm really happy with how those turned out. Okay, so for lips, I was going to use this. This is the Cathy Doll and Hello Kitty Airy Lip Blur in the shade Red Rose, but I think this is a little too warm for this look. This look is definitely like cool toned pinks. So instead, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild and My Melody Liquid Matte Lip Color. This is in the shade Sweetie Pie, which is like this hot pink. And I just want like a really sheer kind of tint. I'm just gonna put some on and mash my lips together and then blend it out with my finger a little bit. And I'm just gonna keep building it up like that. Like just where I think I need a little bit more. I really like this lipstick. It's like the perfect hot pink shade if you really want a good hot pink. And also it has My Melody on it, which is just like the cutest thing ever. Okay, so that is the finished look. I really love how this turned out. I love doing these little cutout eyes, and I love the fluttery lashes. It's just so cute. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the 3rd year in a row I've done this kind of look, even though I never actually have plans for Valentine's Day. I think this year I'm probably going to have an adult beverage and play Ace Attorney. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting from this year's Valentine's Day. But I'd love to know if you guys have any plans, or if you guys like doing special Valentine's Day makeup looks. I think they're really fun. I love pinks, of course. And so yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys liked watching it because I liked filming it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!